Last week, French Economic Minister Bruno Le Maire warned the EU's single currency bloc risks collapse unless it is significantly reformed. He is hoping to secure a Franco-German agreement for reforms of the 19-member Eurozone, based on reforms by Mr. Macron. The French president wants to create a Eurozone-wide finance minister and budget, as well as strengthening the monetary union by encouraging risk-sharing mechanisms and further stimulation. But Germany has so far proved to be a stumbling block, with Berlin not convinced of the risk-sharing plans, as they believe they will be forced to shoulder the largest proportion of any risk-sharing mechanism. Now, in an open letter in center-right German newspaper FAZ, 154 economists have thrown more cold water over the plans, warning against developing the European Monetary and Banking Union in a liability union. The economists argued the use of the European Stability Mechanism (ESM) as reinsurance for bank recovery would reduce the incentive for banks to clear bad loans at the expense of growth and financial stability. If the ESM is transferred into EU law as a European Monetary Fund (EMF), the economists said it would be under the influence of countries that are not members of the Eurozone, and, since individual countries would lose the right to veto for urgent decisions to the EMF, creditor countries could be overruled. They argue the planned European Investment Fund and Structural Reform Support Fund would likely lead to further transfers and loans to Eurozone countries, which have failed to take necessary reform measures in the past, and would be wrong to reward misconduct. Germany is continuing to pile pressure on Emmanuel Macron's plans to reform the Eurozone. According to the economists, Germany has already accepted more than 900 billion euros in liabilities from the European Central Bank (ECB) through the Target 2 interbank payment system, which do not pay interest and do not have to be repaid. The call was led by economics professors Dirk Meyer, Thomas Mayer, Gunther Schnabel and Roland Vaubel, who said, the liability principle is a cornerstone of the social market economy. The liability union undermines growth and threatens prosperity throughout Europe. This is already evident in a falling wage level for more and more, mostly young, people. Therefore, we call on the federal government to return to the basic principles of the social market economy. It is important to promote structural reforms instead of creating new lines of credit and incentives for economic misconduct. Getty. Bruno Le Maire, pictured left, will meet Olaf Scholz, pictured right, on Wednesday. The Eurozone needs an orderly insolvency procedure for states and an orderly withdrawal procedure. At the ECB, liability and voting rights should be linked. The target balances are to be settled regularly. The purchases of government bonds should come to a quick end. Mr. Le Maire is due to meet with German counterpart Olaf Scholz in Berlin on Wednesday in an attempt to win support for France's roadmap for the future of the Eurozone. France is hoping to have plans for a rapid reform, with German support, ready for the European Council meeting in June. Additional reporting by Monica Pallenberg.